Okay. While the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman is partaking in his lunch, in case you happen to hear smacking
Of the lips?
like, and sounds like a cow is chewing
It's called.
its cud.
That's me.
That's Dr. Bill with the sound effects. Oh, those jabronis are gone. Great. And I see the sun coming out a little bit. The racket outside is gone. Tomorrow is supposed to be 69. I have 69, which is one of my favorite numbers, along with 7.
Mine too.
Lucky number 7, and my lucky number for my astrology sign is 5. For Leo, 5 is our lucky number.
Well, 5 is a really hard position.
But remember, 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever.
And what the hell are they talking about? 3 dogs.
Is that 3 Dog Night that sang that?
Yeah.
1 is the loneliest number. 1 is the loneliest. Yeah.
3 Dog Night is really cold, man. You gotta have 3 dogs to hug up to.
Remember Question Mark and the Mysterians? 96 Tears.
96.
Gonna cry 96 tears. I'm gonna cry, 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 cry. Doo-doo-doo-doo. With the keyboard. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, the poor guy. Was that the keyboard player for the Doors that recently passed away?
Yes.
His last name?
Starts with an M, yes.
M.
Nasarukam or something.
I don't know. Anyway, rest in peace, poor guy. Outstandingly talented and famous keyboard player. I guess he was responsible for all the great keyboard sounds of the Doors.
Yeah, because mostly when they started out, that's all they had was a keyboard.
And guitars and a drummer.
No, they didn't have guitars. I don't know what the hell they had. They had the drummer, they had the keyboard, and something else. But
of course they had.
But whatchamacallit then didn't play anything.
Of course, rock had electric guitars.
What was his name? The front man.
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison didn't play crap.
No, he's the lead singer.
Yeah. Who was the 4th guy?
I don't know them.
I'd only seen the 3 of them.
I feel bad that I didn't mention the keyboard player's name that passed away, but you people, you listeners, know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only keyboard player they had, right?
Well, I don't know where he went to when Morrison died.
I don't know.
The group fell apart.
Yeah. Well, Morrison. One of the most popular songs was written not too long before Jim Morrison died. He was writing it. He was in seclusion in a hotel room, I think they were saying, in England, and he was working on the song, and it was a pretty heavy-duty, deep song. For those people out there that are rock and roll experts, classic rock experts, probably know the name of the song and the one I'm talking about, but it was a heavy-duty song with the lyrics. Anyway, let me get promo out of the way. This gentleman next to me, you see this painting? This is a self-portrait of my co-host and mentor, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. Dr. Bill is a fine watercolor artist, and you can see the William J. Eisenman collection by going to, all one word now, William in lowercase, William J. Eisenman collection at tumblr.com. Okay? Speak of the devil. We were talking about Tumblr before, about Yahoo buying Tumblr out. Tumblr is not spelled the way the dictionary has it. It's T-U-M-B-L-R.
Tumblr was also started by a 26-year-old, as you would say, geek.
another geek. Well, Tumblr is very simple.
It wasn't worth no $1.1 billion, I'll tell you that.
It's an extremely simple program that they have for making your profile. You know, you just simply post blog. You can post blogs, yes. You can upload images, photographs, paintings, and you just scroll down to view them. I mean, the only thing I don't like about Tumblr is you cannot, as far as I can see, you cannot create like albums and neatly categorize your uploads, which is what I like to do. I like to have them in albums. I like to have the blogs separate from the photos, separate from the paintings, separate from whatever, and have everything neatly placed. There are no like multiple pages that like you have with Earthlink.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I like to neatly place everything into proper applicable categories because I'm a very orderly person. But everything you gotta, you know, everything's on one page, so you gotta scroll all the way down. You gotta keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling to see everything, and it's a long scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it for that reason. But other than that, it's simple. You do not have to have a Tumblr account to see somebody's Tumblr page, which is very important. You know, unlike Facebook, you have to be a Facebook member to really view somebody's page. It used to be that the public can view somebody's promo page on Facebook, but now I believe you have to log in, which means you have to have an account, which means you have to have all that spam shoved in front of your face, that Facebook.
Which means that somebody tells me they can't find my album.
Honestly, I can't find it.
I can't find it.
It's you know, if you post too many things on Facebook, even if they're very informative, fascinating bits of information or photos, if you know, you're playing by the rules, keeping it clean. If you post something too often, you're considered a spammer. You are accused of being a spammer on Facebook, and you're banned. They punish you. Like right now, I'm in the doghouse for 60 days because I post too much on other people's web pages. But what I do is I post information. It could be a political banner, it could be an article on other political oriented Facebook pages, so that it's all applicable. But because you post a large amount, because I post a very high volume of fascinating, important information on applicable pages, I'm accused of being a spammer. So I'm punished right now. So I cannot post anything anywhere except on my own page and also on my groups. I'm allowed to do that, of course. But they could shove spam constantly 24/7 on your wall. I see more and more advertisements and spam advertisements, I call them. They're unwanted. It's like now it seems like 50% of my wall is spam advertisements, along with activities of the people on my friends list. It wasn't like that before, you know, but hey, we're in the age of deregulated businesses. So anyway, if you see a painting that you like on the Tumblr page, go to newslettercensor.com and send Dr. Bill an email and ask him if the painting is available. And if it's available, you can procure it. It's signed by William J. Eisenman himself. Now, if you're wondering, you people, if you're wondering how can you join our organization? What is the best way to join our organization? Well, this is it. Since 1977, founded by the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, who also happens to be the managing editor of Newsletter Censored. This is how you join our organization. This is the very backbone of our organization. Go to newslettercensored.com and get your free annual subscription with your gift to support this work. There's nothing out there like Newsletter Censored. Nothing at all. You need Newsletter Censored to learn how to defeat a conservative and to find out what the Bible really has to say, not what phony, counterfeit Christian, right-wing fundamentalists, conservative zealots,
Worshippers of Baal
and Satan, but they don't realize it, they don't know it, that know nothing about the Bible. Instead of having them tell you what's in the Bible, which they don't know, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman with the God Project will tell you what is really in the Bible and how to cope with the end times, because we are living in the end times. So you need Newsletter Censored. This is your true guiding light into the 21st century and the end times. Okay, so get your subscription now if you want to join us, join our organization, and everything is created around and based on this newsletter. Everything we do is based on this newsletter, so get it now, newslettercensored.com. Alright, and then we're going to show a little picture of a little image of the patron saint to conservative right-wing Republicans, Rethuglicans. Okay, here we go. Ronald Reagan and his Reaganomics, his trickle-down economics, which was never meant to work. It was always a complete lie. Okay, see him urinating on the United States of America? Well, that's what Reaganomics really is. It's pissing down economics, because in reality everything siphons up to the rich, to the 1%, but this man is revered by Republicans. He can do no wrong. Okay, he is the one. Listen to this carefully, but many of you would not pay attention to what I'm going to say. I know it. Ronald Reagan is the one who shifted the tax burden from the rich to the middle class in the 1980s, and also to the poor in the form of consumption taxes, I believe.
Property taxes, taxes, sales taxes, right. All regressive taxes.
Right. All regressive taxes. Are you done, sir?
Yeah.
All right, let me make myself useful. Right. Removing your tray. And so that is promo. And I guess, oh yes. I received another weekly message on my voicemail from the powers that be, the evil, greedy 1% that is trying to take over the planet for greed purposes. It's an ominous sound, and it sounded like this. We are here to kill you. 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 Wow, that sounds like we are here to kill you.
Sure
doesn't
did.
it? We are here to kill you. 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 Wow. Very scary indeed. One of these? Okay. Just one?
Uno.
Okay, now let us sink our teeth back. Excuse me. Hey, Howard Stern can do it, so can I. This is uncensored, FCC free, hard-hitting internet talk radio at its finest. On video, by the way. Alright. Uncensored. No holds barred, hard-hitting truth. I want to salute once again the march against Monsanto. It is May 25th, 2013, the beginning of the worldwide march against the evil and greedy Monsanto. Our very food supply is at stake. Let us
being tampered with.
Being tampered with.
Moving quickly to stem a raging controversy, the new acting head of the Internal Revenue Service started cleaning house Thursday by replacing the supervisor who oversaw agents involved in targeting Tea Party groups.
Yeah, you can't really profile. You have to be fair. Even though we hate teabaggers, you got to be fair.
That's not what they did. This is an overblown issue.
Ah.
What is happening here is the Republicans are making a big deal out of this. This is the job of the IRS. The job of the IRS is to make sure that the people who get 501c4 tax exempt statuses are indeed worthy of that.
So they're bitching and moaning and whining like babies because they may have to pay more income taxes, or they may have to pay
They're
income
whining
taxes.
Basically because instead of being charity organizations, they want to be political organizations. Okay? They want to give to their candidate. They want to do things on his behalf. They want to do... You don't do that if you're a 501c4. You can't do it.
Then how come Barack Obama hasn't told the American people all these things?
Well, frankly, because we haven't gotten to the truth yet. That's why.
You mean it's still under investigation?
It's still under investigation, and we may not really get through that because it has become a scandal. And the Republicans smell blood in the water. You see.
In other words, the blame is pointing towards Barack Obama.
They wanted to point to the White House, yes.
Just like when Bill Clinton had the affair with Monica Lewinsky. They smelled
or
blood.
Whitewater, or whatever.
Or Whitewater, yeah.
Which meant nothing.
Yes.
They tried.
Yeah.
They tried their best to make a scam. Anita, whatever. Her
Anita
name.
Hill?
Yeah, Anita Hill. Same thing. Paula Jones. Paula Jones.
Oh,
But
shit.
these scandals did not go
Paula
anywhere
Jones, the girl with the big schnozola.
because they were baloney.
Of
But
course.
this one right now, the IRS smells blood in the water. And they are circling like sharks.
Like sharks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their objective is to have total control of the United States and then the world. The conservatives want total control. And they want to turn us into slaves.
And with Citizens United, they want to have a charitable organization, and they want to do political stuff.
Which corrupts the charitable organization.
Correct, but they want to do that.
Because everything they do is based on greed.
And they don't like the idea that the IRS is asking them for more information on what exactly are you going to do. They don't like that.
They have that right.
First of all, there should be no tax exemptions. Not for churches, not for charities, not for anybody.
All tax breaks, 100% of all tax breaks should be on the rich or people, netting or grossing $250,000 a year or more. What is it based on? The net?
I think it's $4.50 now.
450 and up. Well, the people.
Yeah, but not breaks. You don't give them breaks.
No. The people on top should not get any breaks. All the small businesses, mom and pop stores, entrepreneurs, they should get all the tax breaks.
Yeah, but basically
middle
that's
class.
why the tax exempt status was put in place, was because, yeah, a church is going to do good work and we'll give it a tax break.
What about
But these things don't work out.
What about the churches that are run by prosperity preachers and evangelists that pocket the money?
And they involve themselves in politics.
And they get involved with politics where they have no business sticking their
Correct.
Pinocchio nose into.
And the only reason that
Tax the bastards.
the IRS did what they did
Right.
was because these groups blossomed ever since Citizens United.
Okay.
And the way to handle them, I think there were like more than 70,000 or something. The way to handle them, they tried to do a little shortcut profiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will scrutinize these organizations that are coming up calling themselves Tea Parties and Patriots and all this stuff. That's all it was, a shorthand, so that they can move on and get these things done. Look at them and see if they're worthy of the tax exempt status or not. That's all it was. That's all the scandal is so far.
Okay.
But so far, one guy has been fired. This woman here, which we're going to read about now, she has been placed on administrative leave because she would not resign. She said she did nothing wrong, but she was advised by her lawyer to plead the Fifth Amendment.
But
Of course, the Republicans on the committee don't want to respect the Fifth Amendment, but say something against the Second, and they'll be down your throat in a minute.
But if you can prove that you are innocent, totally innocent, why should you just dummy up?
Because there's no such thing as innocent in politics. That's what I just told you with the scandals.
Well, you got to prove.
How are you going to prove it? Anita Hill is still open. There's still people who believe Obama doesn't have a birth certificate. What do you mean, prove it? How do you prove these things to these people? It's the same as trying to change somebody's religion.
So they think Obama produced a phony birth certificate.
Correct.
Because once you're demonized in the political world, it's always open for investigation. Like they in other words, it goes on and on and on.
Correct. You never can prove innocence. Never.
Is Monica Lewinsky's stained dress in the Smithsonian Institute?
I guess it should be, huh?
With Bill Clinton's DNA all over it? Hey, I got to use the levity bells.
A day after she refused to answer questions at a congressional hearing, Lois Lerner was placed on administrative leave. Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa, a senior Republican on the Senate Finance Committee, said Lerner was asked to resign, but refused. So she was placed on leave. An IRS spokeswoman said the agency could not comment on Lerner's status because it was a private, personal matter. Danny Werfel, the agency's new acting commissioner, told IRS employees in an email that he had selected a new acting head of the division, staying within the IRS to find new leadership. Ken Corbin, a 27-year IRS veteran, will be the new acting director of the agency's exempt organizations division. Corbin currently is a deputy director in the Wage and Investment Division, where he oversees 17,000 workers, responsible for processing 172 million individual and business tax returns. Werfel said his email Thursday made no mention of Lerner, but congressional aides who were briefed on the matter confirmed that Lerner was placed on paid administrative leave. From all accounts so far, the IRS acting commissioner was on solid ground to ask for her resignation, Grassley said in a statement. The IRS owes it to taxpayers to resolve her situation quickly. Lerner's lawyer, William W. Taylor III, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Lerner is the IRS official who first publicly disclosed on May the 10th that IRS agents had been targeting Tea Party and other conservative groups for additional scrutiny when they applied for tax-exempt status. And why did she do that?
Why?
Because all the conservative organizations now in effect with tax-exempt status were doing political stuff. That's why.
It's all about the bottom line with those people. Ill-gotten gains, especially.
At the time, she apologized on behalf of the IRS. But it wasn't enough to stop a firestorm of criticism from the White House and Congress. If Lerner, a career civil servant, is dismissed, she would become the third IRS official to lose his or her job in this scandal. Last week, President Obama forced acting IRS Commissioner Stephen Miller to resign, replacing him with Werfel, a former White House budget official who started at the IRS on Wednesday. Also last week, Joseph Grant, one of Miller's top deputies, announced plans to retire June the 3rd. Grant had just been named commissioner of the agency's tax-exempt and government entities division, which includes the agents that targeted Tea Party groups. Grant had been the acting head of the division since 2010. Lois Lerner provided one of the most electric moments since the controversy erupted, when she unwaveringly, but briefly, defended herself before the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee on Wednesday. Quote, "I have not done anything wrong. I have not broken any laws. I have not violated any IRS rules or regulations. I have not